Whoa! Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
How you doing, J-Dubs?
Good.
California Highway Patrol off today, and you're still coming in, and you're still spreading the good word.
Of course.
That's good.
Beautiful day outside, might as well.
Chilly. A bit chilly.
It is a little chilly this morning.
I was thinking about you during all this rain because I know this is what you guys do, and I've seen you when you're in your rain gear, and you have to be out in the rain, and you're dealing with accidents and helping people, and I mean, the first storm we had a couple weeks ago didn't seem that like a big deal, but this last one we had was nuts. But then I remembered you're off on the weekends, aren't you?
Well, usually I'm off Friday, Saturday. Sometimes I was off Super Bowl Sunday, but yeah, this weather has been great because we need it and we'll be wanting it. In the summertime.
Did you skate all that last storm then?
I worked every day.
You did work Friday, Saturday? When did the storm come in? I'm trying to remember, Jeff.
It didn't come in Friday, Saturday, did it? No,
I think
it came
it
in
did.
Sunday.
I think it came in Saturday morning. I remember I went upstairs.
Oh, yeah, that's
and I
because
laid on
when
the
they
couch.
shut down the freeway down in Santa Barbara was Saturday morning.
Yeah, my buddy, we had a buddy.
We got the brunt of it.
From
I was
LA,
off Saturday. I was off Saturday, Sunday last week.
Oh yeah, so you missed the brunt of it. Man, you luck out, don't you?
But then I've been at work all this week, and last week and it was raining, and we need the weather. The streams and the creeks are flowing, and the lakes are filling up. But man, it is not fun to work when it's raining.
I got scared this morning after yesterday. There was that ice up in Atascadero that had froze on the 101, and it was causing all kinds of problems. There was accidents. I don't think there was any injuries, but serious anyways. But there was a lot of fender benders. And I'm coming through Noyes Road today, and all of a sudden I'm running a little late, and I just noticed the road is completely wet on a corner, that first corner you take, and I was just like, oh crap. But I made it. It was just wet.
Yeah, this side of the county doesn't freeze over very often. I mean, very, very rarely. But the other side, on the other side of the hill, it definitely freezes over a lot. So you got to be careful of the overcrossings and the bridges because they're going to freeze. I mean,
okay. Would you have rather been working Saturday morning at I think the strongest of it was 2-3 o'clock in the morning. At
my house in the 5 cities, it was about 5.
Okay.
I mean, that's when it sounded like the roof was going to come off.
Okay. Would you rather have been working then or yesterday morning with your compadres, your coworkers, were having to work that ice situation?
Yesterday.
Atascadero. You'd rather work the ice situation.
Yes, because at least it's not raining.
But people could drive easier in the rain than they can on.
Yeah, but you can get them to slow down too. Once they found out where it was, and Caltrans had been out there for hours and getting that salt down and the gravel and stuff to get the
coming southbound. It seemed like it took a while for them to figure out where it was because there was a lot of cars that went into that median. I mean,
but they were out there early though.
Yeah,
even southbound they were out there early, and then northbound. And this morning, the same places they're out there.
Yeah,
people were spinning out early.
They were again this morning.
It looks that way.
I noticed they had on my way into work. They had the icy signs out, so I was
it looks that way. I was I slept in a little bit.
Oh, good for you.
But
hey, you deserve it, man.
But you just got to be careful. I mean, and what's going to happen when that humidity's the night before and then it freezes. You wake up and your car's frozen, or you walk outside and you see ice on the roofs.
Which is different for South County because I saw it yesterday living in AG, and you don't ever see frost on windshields. But where you live in in Templeton, Jeff.
One of these days, Jeremy, one of these days.
Might as well be, right? You guys face those temperatures quite often this time of year, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, you're used
Winter
to it.
Wonderland.
But we're not spoiled,
gotta be careful.
like they are down here, right? I mean, they don't have air conditioners in their house.
Do you get snow at your house?
The difference is like Hawaii and Alaska.
Mm-hmm. And it's just 15 miles away.
I don't think it's that extreme.
From what I've heard, I have friends that live in Atascadero, and they live up on a hill, and they got some snow yesterday morning.
It was hailing, pretty good the other day.
And I guess up at Parkfield, up just I guess there's a pass that goes from Parkfield to Coalinga that nobody travels. It's like one of these really primitive roads, but I guess they got a lot of snow up there too. So. My wife and I are having an argument about used car seats.
Yeah.
You mean like the children's car seats?
Mm-hmm. And what to do with them?
The ones you have?
What to do with them because they're piling up.
Oh, because you have car seats.
Piling up in the car.
And you're getting to the point where you don't need certain ones. You want to sell them?
Maybe.
So Santa Maria Freak wants to know if radar detectors are legal or illegal.
Can you buy them? Yeah. Do they work? They work if officers drive around with the radars on all the time, which they don't. So what we do, and I can just speak for our department because I don't know, what Santa Maria PD or, anybody else that utilizes radars. we see a car, we estimate its speed, then we turn the radar on. So that radar detector will come on after we turn it on. But
as
then
you're getting hit,
yeah,
you'll know that you got tagged.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, whenever we were kids, I had one in my car. You spent $100, $109 for the whatever that was. That little expensive one.
Had the X, the Y, and I had the XXY, which was the latest.
And you're
back
driving
in
by
the
7-Eleven and it's going off.
Yeah.
So, do they work? Yeah, they work. If where you live at, that the police or whoever just drives around with the radars.
But as far as you know, they're not illegal. You can have them in your car.
I think the ones, no, you can have them. I say that. I'm sure there could be some code that says they aren't. But the ones that are hardwired into your vehicle, I believe, are the ones that. But who would ever know, right? You can have them to where they're.
My uncle had
a
a cool Mustang. I remember back in the 90s that he customized, and he put the sensor in the grill, and he had a little detector right under the dash that he had built in. But I mean, gosh, he owned a body shop, so he worked on cars. He did this kind
and
of
you
stuff.
go through all that, and I'm sure it was very cool. He probably thought he was Kit from Knight Rider, and it looked cool probably. But they just
there was no lights on it. It was just a sensor in the grill.
They just, I haven't had one since I was in high school.
Yeah.
Because it just
goes off and annoys you the whole time. It's always
and you
chirping.
throw it out the window, and next thing you know, you're getting pulled over.
Yeah.
So do they work? Yeah, is it illegal? Here's what's funny is that the times I've pulled somebody over and they have a radar and it's going off, I'm like, that thing didn't help you, did it?
Yeah.
It doesn't, because you just don't drive around with a radar in front of it. It drives me nuts because I'm having to listen to the Doppler tone constantly.
Do the new radar detectors, like I had friends that had radar detectors, and it was so annoying because you'd drive by like a grocery store or something. If they had the automatic doors, there was something about automatic doors that would set it off all the time. Do the newer ones still get set off by those automatic doors?
I don't know. I remember when we were kids, driving around and it goes off. You drive, like I said, you go by the 7-Eleven or the whatever little convenience store, and it's you're like.
I just think, you really have to be going pretty fast to get pulled over anyways over the speed limit. I think, there's a nice little grace period on the 101. And if you're going that fast, it's probably not a good idea anyways. You're probably going to get caught.
Yeah.
So.
And we have LiDARs now. We have, lasers where,
I saw a guy standing outside the vehicle the other day. And I've never seen you do that when I've done rides with you. You just sit there and you hit the button. But this guy was actually, I was like, man, he's really working it today. Because he had the car kind of tucked behind the shrubbery, and he was standing out there, and he had the cable all extended.
Yeah, because they're handheld, the LiDARs are. And you have to use it. You still estimate the vehicle speed coming at you, but it has to go off a flat object, like a bumper or something that's flat to get that to come back.
Is there like a trigger you pull, or and so it's almost like a laser pointer, right? Like it hits a part of the vehicle, you pull it,
comes back.
and then it'll give it to you.
And they work, and they're very accurate. I just used one in my car. It's accurate as well. Jeremy knows.
What if you probably won't answer this? What if somebody challenges you and you can't make it to court that day on a speeding ticket?
Well, no, yeah.
Do they get off? Like Jeff got off for running the stop sign?
If for some reason, if I'm on vacation or if I'm sick or forget about it, that's we are required to be in court if somebody you issue a citation to wants to contest that ticket and you get subpoenaed and you don't show up, then it's the person walks away without paying a fine.
Have you ever had to stop a vacation plan because you knew that there was a court date coming up?
I've had to fly back for like felony court.
Yeah.
Because they don't have to honor your vacation.
God, it's got to make you so angry.
Oh, it did make you angry. Because you fly back and testify for, 2 hours and then to ruin your vacation.
Go back to the airport.
Yeah.
Catch up on your vacation.
But no, not for a ticket. No, either, you put in a continuance and if they honor it, they do. If not, then the department says you had to schedule a vacation, so you're fine.
All right. So there you go.
Yeah. And usually we'll show, and there's been times I've had to show up for court and dismiss a citation because, of technicalities or whatever. Yeah. It happens. We go to court, we testify and the judge makes a decision.
All part of the job, right?
Yeah. You don't take it personal. It is what it is.
More rain coming, I guess, this weekend, so just be prepared.
Yeah, be careful. And let's talk about car seats one last time before we leave. If you have a car seat and you want it installed, please come to our office at 675 California Boulevard. We'll do it for free. We don't ask questions. We don't give tickets. We don't check for anything else other than making sure that car seat is installed the right way. And
you're not going to look under my seat for my crack pipe?
No, I don't want your crack pipe. But no, we don't look at anything of that nature. We just want to make sure that your car seats are safe. And if your car seat is, if the date's bad, if the car seat's unserviceable, we do have car seats for people for those type of situations where they can't afford them, to make sure that their kids are safe.
Being friends with JW, I will say that he, because he comes in here once a month, he would go down and inspect our car seats. And even though I followed all the directions, putting in a car seat,
you still didn't.
Parenthood is a new thing to people, especially first-time parents. And you learned so much from the fact that you're like, oh, I followed all the directions, and that the car seat is not safe until...
Yeah, you learn how to cheat them a little bit, to get them in there tight and make sure they're right.
Yeah, and he did wonders for mine. So it is well worth your while to stop by the CHP and have them just take a look at your car seat and say, "Am I doing this right?" And they'll help you out with it, because it can mean the world if you get in an accident.
No, it definitely. And I'm being honest with you. I'm not pulling anybody's chain. We do just look at your car seats. We just want to make sure your kids are safe. It is not about anything else. It's about making sure your kids are safe.
He didn't care about any of my paraphernalia.
No.
California Boulevard, right off the 101 in San Luis Obispo. We'll catch up with you later, buddy.
Yep, 594-87.
93.3 KCOZ rocks.
How many car seats you got?
We've got
that are not being used right
now. We've got one that we definitely can get rid of, and a couple others that we can.
What's a car seat run these
probably
days? I don't know.
This car seat, the one that in particular that I want to get rid of, is a $200+ car seat.
Wow.
And it's got the bases, and it's the key fit, and it's the most coveted car seat for anybody that's got a youth. Because
why haven't you put it on Craigslist?
My wife won't let me. She says that if I put it on Craigslist, that I could get sued if anything goes wrong with it. Now, there's this weird date that is printed on it, and I don't know why the date would be on it, but it's a manufacturing date, and it lets people know that this
expires at the time.
There's an expiration date on car seats. Why?
Because they put that on there through probably the National Highway Traffic Safety probably makes them put something like that on there, because in different parts of the country, whether the inclement weather or the weather is different. So if you're living in Vegas, that in that car seat's in the car and it's hot and sunny, that plastic's going to get brittle.
Okay,
the living here, not so much.
Plus, do standards change with the National Traffic Safety for these things?
But and that's why whenever you buy a car seat, you get on the NHTSA website and you check it out, or before you buy one, you get on that website and you check out which ones you want, because it goes not only how much they cost, but how good they are. They rate them. And selling a used car seat, can you sell it? Yes.
So I went on Craigslist and I looked up this car seat, and there's 10 people selling it.
Yeah. Can you sell it? Yes. Can you get sued for it? I mean, possibly, I guess. I mean, anybody can sue you for anything, right?
Yeah.
However, if it was me, I would not buy a car seat off of Craigslist, not for my child. And only because you don't know where that car seat came from. Because you want to know the history of that car seat. Has it been in crashes? Has it been taken care of? All these things that are very important, and for somebody who can't afford a new car seat or just doesn't want to buy a new car seat. When my daughter, who's 17 now, I bought used car seats for her, from friends that I knew where they came from. Right?
Okay.
So what I would do if it was me, I would either donate it to a nonprofit or something that could use that to give it to a needy family. Or
it's the same thing, though. I mean, what if you don't know they don't know the history?
But whenever they go to a local nonprofit and they need a car seat, that nonprofit can vouch as good as they can for that car seat, or give it to a family member, give it to a friend, give it to somebody who needs it.
Justin wants to buy it from me. He says you and Becky took good care of it, so he knows your wife too.
Yeah. So I'm sure you have.
We definitely did.
I'm sure you have.
Can you get him to sign something so in case something goes?
What is that going to do? Yeah, I mean, what is that?
So they don't sue him? Can that actually happen? Can you actually sell a car seat and then somebody gets in an accident and they say, well, it was a faulty car seat. It said, we're going to sue the people we bought it from.
What I would hope that could not happen or could happen. No, because you as a parent should be responsible for your own child's safety.
Yeah, but we don't know how it works.
But we also know how it works. Well, I bought that from this guy off Craigslist. Here's the post. Boom. Next thing you know, you're getting civilly sued for, for them not putting their car seat in the right way. It could have just been, put it in the wrong way. That's, I don't know. Can you sell it? Yes. Would somebody buy it? Yes. They can look at it. You can look at a car seat and see if it's in good working condition. You can look at the date and, know when it expires. And
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. Don't miss a moment. Subscribe to the podcast on Google, Apple, YouTube, and Podbean by clicking on Jeff and Jeremy at KZOZ.com.